Hi, kindergartners. I'm going to play a really quick guessing game with you. And I think you're probably going to figure this out, but I'm going to try and see if I can stump you. All right, here's the first step of the letter I want you to guess. I'm going to build the letter out of Play-Doh, and I'm not going to show you until I'm done. I'm going to see if you can guess just by what I'm saying. All right, I've got my little chunk of Play-Doh, and I'm going to roll out a nice, long, tall, straight line. It's going to be one that goes from the top line all the way to the bottom. I'm going to lay that down. Okay, next, got kind of a funny looking line there. I'm going to take another chunk of Play-Doh and I'm going to roll out the exact same line again. A line that goes from the top to the bottom, a very tall, long one. And I'm going to lay it down next to the other line. Now, this is something I'm going to call parallel. That's kind of a big kid math word. But I'm going to lay it next to it with a space in the middle. All right, time for my third piece of Play-Doh. I'm going to roll out yet another straight, long piece, but this time I'm not going to make another tall one. It's going to be a little bit shorter, and I'm going to make it horizontal. Remember? It goes across from one side to the other. That's a horizontal line. And I'm going to put that where the middle line would be. Okay, did you guess what letter I made? Hunter, was that you who said H? No wonder you said H because Hunter. Let's see what I made. Do you see that? Yeah, I did. I made a capital letter H. Capital H has a long straight line, a second long straight line, and then a horizontal line in the middle going across. Hey, let's see if I can change this just a little bit and make it into a lowercase h. Here's the spot for my lowercase h. All right, which piece do you think I should use? Okay, what do you say, Jessie May? Yeah, I'll use one of these long pieces. I'm going to take a long straight line and look what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay it right over here because there's a tall line for lowercase h too. It's one of the lowercase letters that is still tall. Okay, now I'm going to take another straight line, but I'm not going to leave it straight. I could probably use the short one, just in case I'm going to use the tall one. I'm not going to leave it straight, am I? I'm going to start it straight there, but I'm going to curve it. Oh, good thing I used the longer one. It took up some space when I made that curved line. So we have a straight line and a curved line. Yeah, if I was writing it or drawing it, I would have started in the middle with this. I wouldn't have started down there. That would be so confusing. But since I was using the Play-Doh, I did it differently. All right, and this is just extra. I'll put it back in my Play-Doh can so I don't lose it. Well, boys and girls, look what we did. We made a capital H. We made a lowercase h. Do you want to see one more little H trick? Okay, this isn't that great of a trick, but let's see. If you can tell me which is capital and which is lowercase. I should have had it out first so that you would know. I'm going to try my capital. I'm going to show you. We'll play the game a little differently. I'm going to play or show you a couple different letters. And I want you to tell me which one is the letter H. All right, we're gonna do 3 more Play-Doh creations. I'm gonna make one round sphere. Remember, sphere reminds us of a circle, but it's not flat. It's 3-dimensional. 2. Here comes my second sphere. And my third one. This one's a little small. I hope it still works, but we'll give it a try. All right, watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my little stamper here, and I'm gonna stamp right into my Play-Doh. I'm gonna take that off. Can you see? It's gonna be tricky, isn't it? And then I'm going to take my second one and I'm going to stamp. You're not peeking at the stamper, are you, to see my answer already? All right, and here's my third one. Here we go. All right, now my study this, but I want you to study these closely. Is the first, second, or third letter the letter H? Who's going to tell me? Logan, are you going to tell me about it? You're right, it's the second. Notice both the first letter and the second letter started with a straight line. They're both tall letters. But this letter here, these are straight. That makes a letter, what is that, Kylie? Good, it's a K. K. This one curves like we did with the Play-Doh. So this is the H. Yep, like hippo, Henrietta Hippo. Oh, wait, does anyone know what the last letter is as a bonus? Okay, go ahead and tell us about that one, Mason. It's a lowercase j. It's one of the short letters. If these were next to each other, this one would be tall, and this would fall below the line. So that's the J. All right, boys and girls. Well, I'm going to clean up my Play-Doh because that's important so that next time I want to play with it, it'll still be good. I'm going to make sure my lid gets on. When you use Play-Doh, you should make sure your lid gets on too. Now, if you're thinking of using your Play-Doh today, you can't just get it out without your mom or dad knowing. If you're going to try to make any letters with that, you have to do a couple things. One, ask your parent for permission first. They don't just want to come in the room and see Play-Doh all over. Secondly, you need to ask them where you're allowed to play the Play-Doh. Because I know my kids were never allowed to play Play-Doh in their bedroom. That could get on carpet, it could get on blankets, and that would be a mess. And you know, for a while, they had such a hard time cleaning up the Play-Doh. We had an outside only Play-Doh rule for a little bit when Mrs. Finkel got grumpy with her own children. I know, and so they didn't get to play as often because it had to be nice outside, and right now it's getting cold outside. So make sure mom and dad know if you're going to do Play-Doh, and make sure you know that you're doing it where you're supposed to be doing the Play-Doh. All right, let me show you our 2 worksheets for today. Now, the first one, I'm going to start backwards here, is practice with printing our capital letter H's and our lowercase h's. Now, I'm just going to show you up here because we haven't gone over it very much, have we? Capital H starts at the top, straight line down to the bottom, and then you get to pick up. Then we'll make another tall line. Start at the top, straight line down to the bottom, pick up. Yep, and then we make a horizontal line and we cross in the middle. See that capital H? All right, the lowercase, you're right. We're going to do another tall line, starting at the top, straight down to the bottom. Now, we've talked about this different ways. I'm saying you don't have to pick up your pencil. If you're really good at not picking up your pencil, you can neatly trace back up and curve at the middle, like that. But some of you like to pick up your pencil, and that's okay too. You can start at the top, make a straight line down. Some of you will pick up your pencil, and then you'll start just below the middle again and make a curve down. Yeah, it all is a matter of preference for that. But either way, it'll be a lowercase h. So you want to use your pencil. I use marker so that you can see it. Don't forget to put your name on top. If you forget, here's the directions here. These little numbers remind you. Oh, I know. Look at, they did their middle one there. I don't do my middle one first. I think that's too tricky. For some people, that works though. Okay, on this one, you're going to go on a letter H, hunt. You're going to need a green crayon, Green. Yeah, you remember the song now? Yep, and the yellow. Yep, Yellow. For all your capital H's, you're going to color those spaces green. Yeah, I know we talked about trying to fill in all the white spots. Yeah, sometimes it's tricky, but you can do it if you take your time. No, I know some of you like to do that. You like to just do like one little line on there. Now you want to color the whole thing in so it will show a lot of pride in our work. You'll get a nice finished product that way. All right, and then the lowercase h's are going to be the yellow ones. So, oh, look at, there's one right next to this capital H. So I'm going to color the lowercase h with my yellow crayon. There we are. Oh, you're right, there's another one right there. I could keep going. Yep. There's going to be a lot of capitals, a lot of lowercase. When you get all done with that, you're going to find your hidden letter. Maybe some of you are already predicting whether you'll find a lowercase or a capital H. You'll have to do it and see. All right, boys and girls, don't forget to put your names on those and do your personal best.